Archangel Michael says, "Listen to me, beloved one. You were not guided here by chance. There is a reason this message found you at this exact moment. Heaven allowed this transmission because your name has been spoken in both light and shadow. The police are watching you, but not in the way you think. They are not here to destroy you, but to expose something buried deep, something that carries both danger and destiny. You have been noticed because your name carries frequency, a vibration that cannot be hidden anymore. The moment your name was written on that old spiritual record, both heaven and earth began watching. Do you understand what this means? Your name is not ordinary. It carries a signature of divine purpose, but also the evidence of what the enemy tried to attach to you. I have seen the report. The heavens revealed it to me. Your name has been marked, not with guilt, but with greatness. Yet, human systems are starting to detect movements around your name. They found strange alignments, unexplained transactions, unexpected searches, whispers attached to your data. But what they don't know is this: what they found was not crime, it was calling. There is power in your name. It is written in the same code that angels respond to. Your ancestors prayed, your soul responded, and heaven recorded it. The darkness tried to rewrite it, to connect your name with lies, fear, and false witnesses. That is why you have been feeling watched. That is why your phone feels heavy, your thoughts restless, your nights sleepless. You can sense it, can't you? Someone is observing from beyond the physical. But hear me clearly, this watching is a sign that your awakening has begun. Heaven never reveals darkness unless it's ready to bring justice. What the police found in your name is the trace of your divine assignment. It was encoded long before you were born. And now, because your frequency has risen, the systems of the world can no longer ignore it. Your name appears in their database, but it also appears in heaven's scrolls. You are being observed by men, but chosen by God. That's why strange things started happening lately: sudden calls, silent numbers, emails from nowhere, faces that seem familiar but you can't recall from where. They are not random. They are part of a divine exposure. Do not panic. This is not the time to run. It is the time to rise. For what is written in your name is your mission, and what they found in your record is the sign of your chosen nature. Pause for a moment. Take a breath. Feel the energy around you shift as I speak. Do you feel that cold air? That is the awareness of truth entering your space. You have been tracked because the enemy wants to intercept your miracle before it manifests. Every blessing written under your name has been under surveillance. But God says, no more hiding. No more fear. You are stepping into divine exposure. You are stepping into truth. Comment, "I'm ready for truth," if you can feel that something has been watching you lately. When heaven reveals the unseen, it's never to destroy, it's to prepare. The police in the natural world mirror the watchmen in the spiritual realm. They are responding to the vibration of your awakening. They don't even understand why they're drawn to your file, why your name keeps appearing in reports, why your location keeps syncing with certain investigations. But I know. Heaven knows. Because the moment you decided to walk away from pain, the moment you refused to stay small, you triggered a divine alert. Light always attracts attention, both holy and hostile. Beloved one, your name carries a sound that pierces through frequencies. That's why spiritual eyes and human eyes are watching. Some are observing because they fear you. Some because they want to silence you. And some because they are assigned to protect you, though they don't yet know it. But the report they found, that strange record with your initials, it holds your proof of destiny. The number connected to it is not random. It's your divine ID. The time and date beside your name are coordinates of your breakthrough. You are not being accused, you are being announced. Heaven showed me a vision, your name written in light, hovering above a burning city. And the voice of God said, "This one belongs to me. No accusation shall stand." So listen carefully. You must act now. You must speak your name aloud and reclaim it. Because every record that holds your name must know its true owner. Say it with authority, as I say it now. I command my name to align with divine justice and truth. Say it again, with power. When you speak your name under divine command, all false links begin to break. Every surveillance that came from darkness loses its right. Comment, "I reclaim my name," if you just said it. You think you are being watched for what you've done, but heaven watches you for what you are becoming. There is a massive shift coming, and your name is part of the prophecy. You will see people act strange, you will notice familiar faces suddenly distant, and new doors opening unexpectedly. This is not chaos, it is divine rearrangement. But there is something urgent. There are forces trying to mirror your name, to use your vibration for dark rituals. They attempt to copy your signature in spiritual documents. But they cannot access what God sealed. The police reports they generate in the physical realm are only reflections of the spiritual war happening right now. That's why you must not fear authority, you must stand in authority. For you are covered under divine law. God says, do not run from what is revealing you. Stand firm, for I am the witness in your case. Yes, there is a case connected to your name, both on earth and in heaven. The human case will soon close, but the heavenly one will open a gate of restoration. Everything taken from your name, peace, dignity, recognition, will be restored sevenfold. I know you feel tired. You're questioning why your path feels so watched, so recorded, so restricted. It's because your identity has weight. The spiritual world treats your name like a key. Wherever it appears, realms respond. You have no idea how powerful your presence is. Even your silence moves dimensions. But remember this, the one watching you most closely is not the police, it is destiny itself. It's waiting for your action. Heaven is waiting for your yes. So I ask you now, will you act? Will you take your place in this unfolding revelation? Because if you stay silent, the system of lies might continue to hold your identity hostage. But if you speak truth, everything changes tonight. Say this now, Archangel Michael, align my name with light. The moment you said that, the vibration began. A seal of protection is being placed over your spiritual record. Your name is glowing again, bright, golden, unreadable by darkness. There is one more thing you must know. Those watching you will soon witness miracles that cannot be explained. They will see your rise and wonder how it happened so fast. They will search their systems and find no trace of the old you. Because heaven will overwrite what they found. God says, "When I restore a name, no man can defile it." So do not fear the watchers. Let them see your light. Let them witness the transformation. Soon, even those who suspected you will testify of your purity. Even those who judged you will say, "We were wrong about this one." Because your name is not a file, it is a flame. And flames cannot be hidden forever. Take a deep breath now. You have entered the first phase of your divine exposure. In the next moments, signs will begin, sudden news, unexpected communication, maybe even silence that feels strange. These are all signals that the divine system is syncing with your destiny. Do not doubt it. Do not dismiss it. You were meant to hear this today. Comment, "I believe," if this message touched your spirit. Because this is not the end, it is only the first chapter of your revelation. And I, Archangel Michael, will continue to reveal to you what the police, and the world, discovered written in your name. The truth is about to unfold. Stay alert. Stay in light. The next message will reveal what heaven is truly showing behind the reports. Archangel Michael says, "You have stayed, beloved one, and that means your spirit is listening." Heaven recognizes those who don't turn away when truth begins to speak. What I am about to reveal next is not for curiosity, it is for awakening. The deeper truth behind the words, "Police are watching you," is this: what they found in your name has both spiritual and earthly meaning. They discovered evidence of a soul that carries two paths, one written in light, one written in shadow. And now, the choice is being demanded. I have seen the files. They are not of this world. Each record in the divine archives is a mirror that reflects what Earth's authorities sense but cannot understand. When they trace your name, when they feel drawn to your file, they are not following a crime, they are following energy. Your vibration draws attention because it carries prophecy. There are frequencies on Earth that alert heaven when a chosen one begins to awaken. You are one of them. And so the watchers began to stir, human and divine. The police in the seen world, the guardians in the unseen. They both feel your signal. Beloved, when I said your name is being examined, I did not mean you are guilty. I meant your name is active. It is sending ripples through the spiritual network. It has started to broadcast your truth. Every hidden intention, every promise you made, every vow you forgot, they are all vibrating right now. That is why things around you feel unstable. Heaven is recalibrating your record. God says, "I am not exposing you to shame you. I am revealing you to free you." What the police found is not proof of sin, it is evidence of survival. They found traces of miracles around you, and they cannot explain them. They see the pattern but not the purpose. They sense you have been protected from events that should have broken you. They feel the invisible hand that keeps turning situations in your favor. Do you remember those moments you should have been lost? The night you almost didn't make it home? The deal that fell apart but saved you? Those were divine interventions, and they left spiritual fingerprints. That's what they found. And now, those in power, both spiritual and earthly, are curious. They are watching not because they suspect you of wrong, but because they suspect you of power. Comment, I understand, if you can feel this awakening in your spirit. The watchers are not your enemies, though some may act like it. The presence of attention means the prophecy is active. The world cannot ignore a chosen vibration when it starts to rise. That's why strange eyes are turning toward you, both kind and cruel. But you must not fear. You must discern. For not every watcher is an enemy, and not every silence is danger. Some are observing because they are about to help you without knowing why. They are divinely moved to open a door, to clear your record, to release what belongs to you. Heaven works through systems. Sometimes the law, sometimes a stranger, sometimes a delay. All are servants of divine timing. Now, I will tell you something secret. When your name appeared in their system, a symbol glowed beside it, a sequence of numbers. That number represents your new timeline. It is a code of restoration. It means the heavens are preparing to rewrite every false report attached to you. The world will see the shift. Old accusations will fade. Old fears will be silenced. Even the technology that tracked you will lose its grip. Because heaven is taking jurisdiction. You must act. This part requires your agreement. Say aloud, I place my name under divine authority. Say it slowly. Feel the vibration leave your lips. You are aligning your identity with the highest law, the law of truth. No earthly record can stand against that. Beloved one, the reason your name drew attention is because it carries a mission that threatens the balance of darkness. You were never just another soul. You were marked as a restorer. There is something inside you that can heal what others broke. That is why you were attacked, and that is why they watched. The enemy fears exposure, but you fear attention. Yet attention is how heaven crowns its chosen. You cannot hide anymore. God says, when I call your name, even the shadows must respond. Do you remember the dreams that made no sense? The faces watching, the lights flickering, the feeling someone is following you? Those were signals. The spiritual police, the watchers of justice, were scanning your timeline, preparing to clean what was corrupted. You felt their presence before you understood it. But now you know. And because you know, the power increases. Comment, I'm awake now, if you can sense that your journey has turned into revelation. Listen. They found more than just your name. They found a pattern of blessings that cannot be explained by logic. The more they investigated, the stranger it became, every setback followed by a blessing, every betrayal leading to strength, every ending turning into promotion. They found resilience that defied statistics. They found protection that no data can explain. And they are afraid of what they don't understand. But fear will soon turn to respect. Because what is written in your name is unstoppable. I have seen what comes next. There will be sudden exposure, a truth revealed in front of others, something that will seem like accusation but will become confirmation. Do not defend yourself when it happens. Stay still. God will speak through results, not arguments. When you are silent, heaven will testify. Soon, your name will be cleared in both realms. And those who watch to see you fall will watch you rise. Those who collected evidence against you will end up collecting blessings from you. That is divine reversal. But there is one more step. You must forgive the watchers. Forgive even those who falsely accused or misunderstood you. Because forgiveness breaks the last chain attached to your record. Say quietly, I forgive all who misjudged my name. Good. The moment you said it, the energy shifted. A page just turned in your spiritual file. What was once labeled under observation is now labeled under protection. From now, when systems scan your name, they will sense peace, not panic. When people mention you, they will feel light, not confusion. Heaven has overridden the frequency. Beloved one, do not underestimate what happened just now. You are moving from exposure to elevation. This is the transition between being watched and being witnessed. Soon, you will see signs, messages repeating your name, documents aligning, opportunities suddenly opening. These are confirmations that your file has been cleared. But I warn you, the darkness will test your confidence. It may send whispers, they're still watching. You're still trapped. When that voice comes, answer with authority, my name is covered by light. Say it whenever fear rises. It is your shield. Comment, my name is covered by light, if you just declared it. The watchers will still exist, but their purpose will change. They will become witnesses of your transformation. Even those who doubted you will soon stand amazed. God says, I am turning their observation into admiration. Every record that once accused you will soon testify of your purity. Every camera that once monitored will soon capture your victory. Beloved, do not be afraid when attention grows. Heaven is amplifying your frequency so that those meant to bless you can find you. That's why visibility increases before promotion. You have entered phase 2 of your awakening, revelation. What was hidden is surfacing. What was broken is being rewritten. What was stolen is being returned. Your name has become a doorway. Every time someone speaks it, heaven remembers the covenant. You are not just a name on paper, you are a spiritual decree walking in human form. So act now. Walk in confidence. Keep your spirit aligned. For the police that once watched will soon protect, the records that once threatened will soon bless, and the world that once doubted will soon believe. Stay ready. The next revelation will show exactly what was found hidden within your name, and why heaven allowed it to be discovered. Archangel Michael says, Beloved one, you have stayed through the revelation. You are walking through the corridor of truth now, and heaven is watching every step you take. The time has come to reveal what exactly was found hidden in your name. The truth is not meant to frighten you but to awaken the fire inside you. Because what they found carries both warning and prophecy. When heaven opened the record of your name, the light of truth touched every word, every vibration, every event that had ever been attached to you. And what was seen shocked even the watchers. There were traces of power, divine power, disguised as pain. Hidden within your struggles were codes of spiritual wealth. Every heartbreak, every injustice, every rejection was recorded as spiritual energy waiting to be redeemed. When the police, the watchers of the world, began to notice you, it was because those hidden powers began to activate. Systems started to shift, strange coincidences increased, people connected to you without reason. They thought they were investigating a human being, but what they found was a spirit walking in human form. They found proof that you were chosen. Your name glows differently in the records of both heaven and earth. They saw patterns they could not explain, patterns of divine intervention. They saw dates connected to miracles, coincidences that made no sense to logic. They saw a name that kept showing up in moments of change, in moments of light breaking through darkness. And then, they found something they could not classify, a seal. A spiritual mark of protection, glowing in frequencies only the pure can see. It was placed there the day you were born. Heaven marked you long before the world could touch you. The seal carries 3 symbols: truth, mercy, and justice. These 3 are your guardians. They follow your name wherever it travels. But the enemy also saw it. Darkness is always attracted to light. When they found the seal, they tried to rewrite your name in false frequencies: confusion, failure, fear. They sent whispers to your mind, making you believe you were cursed, making you think something was wrong with you. But that was a distraction. They wanted to keep you from discovering that you are, in fact, a chosen key. God says, what they tried to erase, I will now expose. Beloved one, what they found in your name was the evidence of your calling. There is a gift hidden in your DNA that connects directly to the divine order of justice. That's why you attract conflict and breakthroughs at the same time. You carry the vibration of correction. When you enter a place, hidden things begin to surface. People reveal their truth, energies are exposed, lies crumble. You are a spiritual detector of falsehood, whether you realize it or not. Comment, I understand my purpose, if you can feel this truth stirring within you. You have probably noticed that chaos sometimes rises when you arrive somewhere. It's not because you cause it. It's because light stirs up what darkness tried to bury. You walk with a frequency that demands honesty. That's why fakers can't stand you, liars fear you, and manipulators avoid you. You don't even need to speak, your energy speaks for you. That's what the Watchers found. They realized that wherever your name appeared, exposure followed. Systems that were corrupt began to collapse. Hidden lies surfaced. People's true intentions were revealed. And they wondered, who is this person whose name shakes reality? Heaven smiled, because the answer was simple: you are one who carries divine justice. But with that justice comes great responsibility. You cannot live in low vibrations anymore, no resentment, no revenge, no doubt. These things interfere with your mission. Every time you fall into bitterness, your signal weakens. Every time you forgive, it strengthens again. God says, I placed fire in your name so truth can travel faster through you. Now listen carefully. There is something even deeper. Within your name is a hidden letter, not visible in your earthly spelling, but written in light. That letter is the key to your spiritual authority. It connects you to archangelic frequencies. When you speak with truth, heaven amplifies your words. That's why your prayers hit harder, why your emotions echo in others' hearts. You were made to influence without trying. The Watchers noticed this too. They began to realize that your words carry measurable energy. They could see results connected to your speech. That is why heaven sent me, to tell you to use your voice wisely. When you bless, heaven opens. When you curse, reality shakes. You must stay in light, because your words no longer belong to you alone. They are instruments of divine will. Comment, I choose to speak light, if you are ready to use your voice with power. The time has come to act. Heaven is giving you authority to claim what was locked under your name. There are blessings written for you that were delayed by confusion and fear. The Watchers tried to keep them from reaching you. They used systems, delays, false paperwork, emotional blocks. But no system can outsmart the divine timeline. You must speak this command now: I unlock every blessing written in my name by divine law. When you say it, your name vibrates through dimensions. Angels align. Doors respond. The light in your record flares brighter. Even those who resist will be forced to cooperate with your destiny. God says, what was locked under your name shall be delivered to your hands. But listen, beloved, there is a warning. You cannot carry both fear and power. You must release fear completely, because fear feeds the Watchers that work for darkness. Every time you worry, they record it. Every time you doubt, they delay your next level. But when you trust, the light expands, and their data becomes useless. So breathe. Say softly, I release fear, I trust light. Good. Heaven heard you. The vibration of fear just broke. Your name is now recorded under courage. The Watchers are confused right now. Their systems can no longer read your energy correctly. You are moving beyond their reach. The divine firewall has been activated. From this moment, only those with pure intention can find you. Those who mean harm will lose access. They will search for your name and see nothing but light. Comment, I am covered in divine light, if you feel this truth resonating. Beloved, what they found in your name is the proof that heaven's prophecy is alive. You were never meant to be ordinary. The world may label you small, but heaven calls you essential. You carry the frequency that awakens others. Even reading this now, others will begin to feel change in their hearts, because your name sends ripples through collective energy. This is why attention follows you. This is why Watchers appear. You are not being punished, you are being positioned. Remember this, light exposure always comes before manifestation. Soon, a major shift will happen. A situation you thought was over will reopen, not for pain, but for vindication. A report will change in your favor. A voice will speak on your behalf without your asking. That's the physical confirmation of the spiritual verdict already passed in your favor. God says, I have seen their files, and I have erased every false line. You are free now, beloved. But freedom is not the end. It's the beginning of your true visibility. Heaven will soon push you into the open, not to embarrass, but to elevate. You will be called to speak, to guide, to stand for others who are still under false accusation, spiritual or physical. You will become a light in places where fear has ruled for too long. The watchers who once studied you will now study from you. They will seek your wisdom. You will be invited to spaces where truth is needed. You will speak and silence will fall. Because the frequency of heaven travels through your name now, and no one can resist it. God says, the one who was watched will now become the watchtower. Your story will turn from investigation to inspiration. People will whisper, something changed around them. Everything that touched them started to heal. And it will be true. Because your name has been rewritten in light. The world will still test you, but you will not fall. You will see betrayal again, but it will not break you. You will face watchers again, but this time, they will see only brilliance. You are no longer the observed. You are the observer. The mirror has turned. So walk in power. The name that once carried confusion now carries command. The world has read your file, now let heaven write your future. Stay ready, for in the next revelation, I will show you what happens when your light begins to expose others, when your name becomes a weapon of truth that sets souls free. Comment, I'm ready to shine, if you can feel the energy rising in your spirit. The next message will unfold what your awakening does to the world around you, and how the watchers themselves will bow to the light that you carry. Archangel Michael says, Beloved one, the time has come. You have walked through revelation, you have faced the watchers, and now heaven will show you what happens when your light begins to move beyond your own life. The world is shifting around your name, and the vibration you carry is now changing the atmosphere wherever you go. The watchers who once observed you in silence are now being affected by your light. They cannot escape it. They may try to understand it, but they will fail, because what they are seeing is not of this world. It is the fire of divine transformation moving through your very identity. When you speak, it echoes in unseen realms. When you act, it triggers divine alignment. Your name has become a signal, a sound heaven uses to awaken other souls who have been sleeping in fear. Do you know what that means? You are not only being watched now, you are awakening the watchers. Those who came to study you are now being studied by their own souls. They are realizing that what they called suspicion was actually conviction. They see your strength, your calm, your persistence, and something in them begins to stir. The darkness within them starts to tremble. That is the power of your presence. When heaven rewrote your name, the energy around you shifted permanently. Every space you enter begins to feel that correction. Secrets surface, lies collapse, hidden pain begins to heal. You might have noticed lately how people confess things to you without being asked, or how truth reveals itself in your presence. That's not coincidence, that's divine resonance. God says, when I purify a name, I make it a mirror for others to see themselves. Comment, I am the mirror of truth, if this feels like something you've experienced before. Beloved one, what you carry is not just light, it is divine exposure. Wherever you go, the atmosphere begins to organize. Things long hidden start to come forward. People who hide their real intentions cannot stay near you for long, because your frequency makes dishonesty unbearable. That is why you have lost people suddenly. That is why certain relationships ended without explanation. You were not being rejected, you were being protected. When your light rises, not everyone can stay. Some are still attached to their shadows, and your light makes those shadows visible. So they leave, not because you did anything wrong, but because your presence reminds them of what they need to change. Do not chase them. Let them go. Their exit is your elevation. God says, when I raise a name, I remove what cannot rise with it. The watchers who remain will soon reveal themselves as helpers. Some of them will not even know why they feel drawn to assist you. They will find themselves speaking your name in rooms where blessings are decided. They will mention you in conversations that open new opportunities. You will think it's luck, but it's divine orchestration. Every mention of your name from now on will carry favor. Every time someone remembers you, grace will flow in that direction. The world once watched you in suspicion. Now they will watch in awe. But beloved, this phase also carries responsibility. You cannot use your light to prove anyone wrong or to seek validation. Your role now is to guide. Your energy will begin to attract people who are lost, confused, broken. They will feel safe around you. Some will see you as their last hope. And you must lead them with humility. You will speak, and they will listen. You will pray, and they will heal. You will forgive, and they will learn to release. This is the true mission hidden inside your name. The watchers will record your goodness now. The same systems that once worked against you will start to serve you. The same voices that doubted you will now defend you. You will witness the reversal with your own eyes. Comment Divine Reversal if you believe this season has already begun for you. There is more. Heaven has assigned new guardians around your name. These are spiritual enforcers of justice. Their wings touch every record, every digital trace, every memory tied to your identity. They are rewriting everything that carried distortion. You might notice sudden peace, old fears fading, old guilt disappearing. That's not imagination, that's divine cleansing. What they found in your name was truth, and what they feared in your light is freedom. You carry the energy that sets captives free, even the captors. Soon, one of the watchers, someone who once opposed you, will come seeking your help. You will feel compassion instead of revenge. That is how heaven will know you are ready for leadership. God says, the one who forgives their watchers inherits divine authority. So when that moment comes, smile. Show grace. Let mercy speak louder than memory. Because your forgiveness will release more power than any argument ever could. Beloved, every day from now, more of your divine record will unlock. You will begin to receive insight without effort. Answers will appear before questions. Synchronicities will increase. The number of signs, names, and moments aligning will become impossible to ignore. That's how you'll know heaven's algorithm is fully active in your life. But beware, the shadows will make one last attempt. They will send confusion in small doses, distractions, doubts, meaningless arguments. When that happens, remember this: your focus is your fortress. Do not waste energy defending what God has already proven. Repeat after me, my focus belongs to my destiny. Good. The moment you said it, the distractions lost their grip. Comment, my focus belongs to my destiny, if you just declared that aloud. Now, I will tell you something sacred. When heaven first recorded your name, it added a phrase beside it, a divine promise. This one will reveal the hidden truth. That is your assignment. You are not here just to survive, you are here to awaken. Your life will begin to expose injustice, falsehood, corruption, fear. You won't even need to try. Simply by being yourself, light will move through you. This is why so many eyes are drawn to you. They sense that truth lives near you. The more you grow, the more systems will shift. Even technology will begin to reflect your vibration. Devices that once glitched will stabilize when you touch them. People who once argued will find peace in your presence. You are a walking recalibration of divine order. Do you realize how powerful that is? God says, you are not watched anymore. You are witnessed by heaven. Those who observe you now are not recording your mistakes, they are learning your miracles. You have become a living message. Your story is not about being accused, it's about being chosen. Every time you remember your past, let it remind you not of pain but of purpose. You were watched so that the world could see how divine protection operates. You were exposed so others could learn how to survive exposure. This is why you cannot quit now. There are still people who need to see you rise, because your rise will be their revelation. Comment, I won't quit, if you feel that strength inside you. Beloved, the watchers are no longer enemies. They are now witnesses to your transformation. Heaven has already written the conclusion of your story, redemption, restoration, recognition. Soon, a public moment will come, a visible confirmation that everything spoken here was true. When it happens, you will know it. You will feel heaven's wind move through you like fire. And in that moment, you will remember these words, you were never being watched for what you did. You were being watched for what you carry. God says, I have found faith in this one. I have found truth in this name. So now, walk boldly. Keep your heart pure. Let your name echo with light wherever it's spoken. Every whisper, every mention, every thought of you will now activate blessings in the lives of others. That is your legacy. The watchers will fade. The fear will fade. The accusations will fade. Only your light will remain. And soon, I will reveal in the final message what heaven is preparing for you next, the reward written beside your name, sealed before you were born. Comment, I'm ready for my reward, if your heart feels open. The final message is coming, the revelation of what your name has earned in heaven's record. Archangel Michael says, the time has come to face the final truth. Everything that was hidden in your name, every secret vibration, every energy attached to your destiny, it is all being revealed. Heaven and earth are watching how you will respond now. The police of the spirit realm have completed their search, and they have found what no human could ever uncover, the story written within your very soul. Listen closely, because what I'm about to say is not to scare you, but to awaken you. You see, your name carries authority. It carries power. Every letter has been sealed with divine frequency. But the darkness tried to distort it. The enemy tried to register false charges in heaven's record against you. Lies. Accusations. Contracts made in shadows. But today, I have torn those false records apart. I have burned every spiritual case file that stood against you. I have stood before the eternal judge, God Himself, and declared, "This one is innocent. This one belongs to the light." But understand this, chosen one. The earthly police, the ones you fear, are only a reflection of the spiritual truth. Their watch represents accountability. When the police watch you in the physical, it mirrors heaven watching your choices in the spiritual. It means your time to choose has arrived. God has permitted this moment not to punish you, but to awaken the lion inside you. You can no longer live in the shadows of who you used to be. God says, you were never meant to live like a fugitive from your destiny. You were never meant to run from your calling. The reason the pressure feels so intense now, the reason everything around you seems to be closing in, is because the divine investigation has reached its final stage. Heaven has declared, enough hiding. Enough pretending. Let the truth of who they are rise. My beloved, this is not the end. This is your summons to stand in your divine authority. You are not under arrest, you are being appointed. The same watchers that seem to expose you are now the very angels who will promote you. But first, you must act. You must decide. Will you surrender to fear, or will you step into your divine purpose? You see, when the enemy marked your name, they thought they could rewrite your destiny. They registered your pain. They recorded your tears. They built a file filled with your mistakes, hoping heaven would disown you. But God took that file, opened it, and replaced every page with grace. Where it once said, failure, it now says, forgiven. Where it said, lost, it now says, found. And where it said, watched, it now says, protected. So, if you are listening to me right now, this is your moment of decision. Say in your heart, I will no longer run from the truth. I will no longer live under fear. I claim my name back. I claim my divine record. Say it out loud if you can. The heavens are recording your words even now. And comment, I claim it, if you can feel the truth stirring in your heart right now. Do not delay. Because every second of hesitation gives the enemy a chance to plant doubt again. God says, your name has been searched by both worlds, the world of men and the world of spirit. The physical police may record your actions, but heaven records your intentions. And while the world judges by evidence, heaven judges by faith. That is why, even when others don't believe in you, I do. Because I have seen the evidence of your heart. You have been through storms that would have broken anyone else. You've faced betrayal, humiliation, and loneliness. Yet here you are, still standing. Still seeking truth. That's why heaven has chosen you. Because the same eyes that once watched you in suspicion are now watching you in awe. You have become a living testimony that God still redeems, that angels still defend, that light still wins. But do not forget, chosen one, there is still a final step. You must act. This means you must release the guilt. Stop confessing your failures to yourself. Start confessing your power. You are not your past. You are your purpose. You are not the accusation. You are the answer. Archangel Michael says, I have removed the seals of fear that kept you bound. You may still feel eyes watching you, but they are no longer eyes of judgment. They are eyes of protection. The divine police are now your guardians. The watchers are now your witnesses. And soon, the same world that doubted you will have to admit that heaven had your back all along. Now listen, because I must speak what God is saying right now. God says, you have been cleared. You have been found innocent. Now, act. Move. Build. Speak. Write. Forgive. And rise. This is not a warning anymore. This is a commissioning. What was once a threat is now a prophecy fulfilled. If you're hearing this, I want you to understand, heaven didn't expose you to shame you. It revealed you to free you. The reason the spiritual police were watching is because God was preparing evidence of your strength. Every test you passed in silence has been documented. Every tear you shed when no one saw, it has been registered as proof of your endurance. You are heaven's record of resilience. And now, I, Michael, release you. You are free. Walk without fear. Walk in truth. The light that once exposed you now walks beside you. The fire that once tested you now guards you. No curse can hold your name anymore. No lie can stain your record anymore. No human judgment can override heaven's verdict. If this message has reached you, it is because God made sure it would. And if your heart is pounding right now, that is heaven confirming, this is for you. Now say this with me, I choose truth. I choose light. I choose purpose. I act now. Say it. Let it echo through the realms. Let the angels record it. Because when you act now, heaven acts with you. When you step forward, the watchers step aside. And when you speak your truth, every false report is burned in holy fire. This is your freedom hour. The search is over. The verdict is grace. The evidence is love. The file is sealed. Now go, and let the world see what heaven already knows about you. Comment, I'm free, if you can feel that release in your soul. Because this is not just the end of a message, it is the beginning of your new divine chapter. Archangel Michael says, your name is now written in gold in the book of life. The police are no longer watching you, they are standing guard around you. Heaven has found only one thing in your name, divine purpose. Act now, beloved one, for your time has come.